bring a contractor to a fix and flip deal? You're gonna be working hand in hand with your contractor to flip deals. But the question is, when do you really bring them in? When do you do estimates yourself? When do you need the contractor to take a look? That's what we're gonna be talking about. Okay, so this whole process starts with you finding a good deal. So you're gonna have to go out there and find properties. I typically look for off-market properties that have equity and motivation. And with those properties, you're trying to buy those, help solve somebody's problem. At that point in time, when you go see the property, the first thing that you can do is when you walk the property, you take pictures of everything. With that, as you become more experienced, you can get a rough idea of what it's going to cost you. Now, I like to break up rehabs into three things: small rehab, medium rehab, large rehab, or full remodel. And I just have $1 per square foot. If the house is 2,000 square feet and we say it's $20 a square foot, we're saying, hey, we're gonna spend $40,000 on this property. So that's a quick and dirty way to do that based upon those dollar amounts. So if I'm dealing with a property, I'm planning just doing like a rental quality rehab, I'm gonna be somewhere around $10 to $12 a square foot, okay? We're not doing much, we're just some touch-ups on those things. If I'm doing a light rehab, I'm gonna plan on about $14 to $16 a square foot. If I'm doing like a median rehab, which is gonna include doing some kitchens and bathrooms and those things, I'm somewhere around $26 to $28 a square foot. I should maybe talk a little bit about this. Rental repair is simply paint, carpet, a little bit of cleanup, and mowing the yard, okay? I'm gonna be $10 to $12 on that. If I'm doing kind of a light rehab, I'm doing paint, carpet, light, maybe a little bit demo, a little bit of landscaping, but I'm also going to do some new lighting in the kitchens and baths, that type of stuff. Now, a medium one is everything we were just doing, but we're also now going to be adding on a kitchen, and maybe we're redoing a bathroom to make it look better, and that's medium. I'm gonna be $26 to $28 a square foot. And then like a heavy rehab is where we're having to get electrical and HVAC and plumbing and water heaters, and with those I'm about $37 to $39 a square foot. So let's just look at this. For simple math, you don't need to know the square footage of the paint you're doing, you just need to know if the property's 2,000 square feet, and let's say that this is going to be more of a medium rehab, about $26 to $28 a square foot, okay? The question is, when do I need to bring my general contractor in? Well, not at this stage. You've seen the property, you've taken some pictures. This gives you a really good idea. You just take the square footage of the house, not the ceilings and all that kind of fun stuff, but the square footage of the house. We take the square footage of the house, 2,000. We're gonna times that by, let's just use 27. I'm gonna plan on this being a $54,000 rehab. That's the numbers that I'm going to use to go ahead and get that property under contract. That's the numbers I'm gonna use. Once my property's under contract, that is when I'm gonna bring my contractor out. I'm gonna have him inspect the property, and I'm gonna have him give me a bid. Now, what if the contractor's bid is more, or what if it's less than what I was estimating? Well, if the contractor's bid is more, then I have to say, is there still enough profit in it for me to make the deal? But before that, I like to go to the seller and say, there's a lot more work that needs to be done on this property than we're planning on. We weren't planning on taking care of the furnace and the AC unit and those types of things. Well, guess what? We need to, and that's gonna be another $7,000. So I need $7,000 off the price. Well, you can do that. They may say, we won't do 7, but we'll do 3, or they may say, we won't do any. And at that point, you look at it and then make a determination if there's enough profit in it for you to do it or not. This idea of when do I bring the general contractor in, what you don't want to do is burn your relationships with the general contractors. Early on, I was trying to take general contractors to every single property with me, and that doesn't work because they have stuff to do. It's expensive for them to drive around and not end up getting the work, and they get burnt out fast. And that's when I changed this approach and said, I'm gonna do an estimate using some of these dollar amounts. And so all I've got to decide is, do I need electrical? Do I need HVAC? Do I need those things? Okay, I'm on a heavy. Do I not need those things, but I'm gonna do the kitchen or bathrooms? I'm not gonna do the kitchen and bathrooms then. So that's all I've really got to make a determination on all those things, times it out by the total house square footage, not the paint where it's every wall and ceiling and all that type of stuff. We've already factored that in. Now, do prices change? Do materials change? Absolutely. So how can you change with this? Well, you can kind of create your own formula. If you're finding that your deals are taking you $30 or $20 for a light or a medium rehab, well, you can make those adjustments on that as you're talking with your contractors. But the important thing is, don't take a contractor out to a property you don't have under contract. You want to have it under contract with your estimation, and do it during your due diligence phase. That is when you're going to bring your contractor out to the property so he can give you a bid, he can do an inspection, and you would then decide if you're going to move forward with the property, renegotiate with the sellers if necessary, or say, hey, this was less than I was expecting, so we're going to come out a little better. I put a video together on the 10 commandments for managing a contractor during rehab, why contractors are the #1 reason good deals fail, how to pick a great contractor, and how to practically guarantee they don't go over budget or over deadline. Check out this video and make it a very profitable day.